Welcome everybody to Survivor Series, the one time of year where SmackDown and Raw go head-to-head in direct competition. This is part 1 of 3. We have 2 big matches to start off the pay-per-view. Hope you guys enjoy it so far. We are here in Austin, Texas. Let's get Survivor Series underway now. United States Champion Rusev taking on SmackDown's Intercontinental Champion Chad Gable. And if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, Rusev won the United States Championship from Dolph Ziggler after earning a chance following a big Fatal 4-Way win at Hell in a Cell. Rusev created an opportunity for himself, was able to defeat the show-off, and now takes on the Intercontinental Champion here today. No titles will be on the line during Survivor Series. It's just Raw versus SmackDown. In tonight's main event, it will be the Raw Tag Team Champions, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, taking on SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, Gallows and Anderson of The Club. Again, also a non-title matchup. Part 2 will be Ronda Rousey versus Asuka and Elias versus Apollo Crews. And in Part 3, the main event of the pay-per-view, will be Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, but we'll explain and talk about more of those as we get to them. And out next is the Intercontinental Champion representing SmackDown Live, Chad Gable. He has a tough task ahead of him, taking on the Bulgarian Brute. And had Rusev lost to Ziggler a couple weeks ago, he'd be taking on the show-off, who would then once again be taking on, or pulling double duty at a big pay-per-view. But we're going to see which of these two men can get the first win for their brand. Rusev, US Champ, taking on Chad Gable, Intercontinental Champ. Let's get Survivor Series Part 1 underway now. Going for a dropkick on Rusev, but Gable gets pushed away, fighting back, trying to keep early control of Rusev. Now the Bulgarian Brute with a reversal of his own there. Grabs Gable by the head, face first into the top turnbuckle. Gable with a reversal forearm smash to Rusev in the corner. Gable up top, risking it all early on. Crossbody takes Rusev down. I think he landed stomach first on the back of Rusev's neck, so both men took some damage there. And now Gable trying to maintain control over Rusev once again as the US Champ gets back into the ring. Spinning heel kick, Rusev sidesteps it. Back down, Rusev showing off his strength once again. And is deadlifting Chad Gable, launching him into the corner. Both men trying to give their brand a 1-0 lead here in Survivor Series, as Gable is able to avoid whatever Rusev was going to do next. Clothesline takes the Bulgarian Brute down, drags him away from the ropes, and a leg drop to Rusev. Chad Gable looking for an early cover, and Rusev kicks out quickly. Crowd definitely cheering for Gable in this one. He's definitely at a disadvantage, but that's where Chad Gable thrives the most, when he's back against the wall and he's against a larger opponent. He can pull off some incredible things when he is nearly counted out by almost everyone. Monkey flip arm drag there by the Intercontinental Champion, but Rusev rebounds quickly. Some chops in the corner. Rusev now, a headbutt takes Gable down. And a headbutt again from Rusev. Both men with a lot of momentum, especially lately. Rusev getting 2 big wins over the past few weeks as he goes for a cover on Gable, and Gable is able to power out. Big reversal, big right hand to Rusev now. Right hand to Gable, and a Machka kick from the Bulgarian Brute. That might be lights out for Gable. Into the pin. 1, 2, and no, Gable is able to kick out. Rusev Starting to get frustrated, but he can't let that get the better of him. Turns him over. Setting up for the accolade already. Gable in trouble. Trying to hold on. And Rusev has it cinched in tight. Chad Gable taps out, so Raw gets the first point of the pay-per-view. Rusev gives Raw the 1-0 lead, and in dominant fashion nearly breaks Chad Gable in half. And did exactly what most people would have expected from Rusev. Raw up 1-0. Gable put in an effort, but the Bulgarian Brute was just a bit too bent. SmackDown Tag Team Champions Gallows and Anderson representing the club, taking on the Raw Tag Team Champions in Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Definitely going to be an intriguing matchup, to say the least. Gallows and Anderson have been a cohesive unit for several years now and have been tag team champs of SmackDown Live for about a year now. Or almost a year, somewhere around there. And they have not shown any signs of stopping their title reign, and their momentum just continues. They've basically decimated all of SmackDown Live's other tag teams and proved why the Good Brothers are the best team on SmackDown Live, and we're going to see how they fare against the Raw Tag Team Champions on their way to the ring right now. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. And like we mentioned a little bit earlier on in this part, Drew McIntyre will be pulling double duty. He'll be part of this tag team match, of course, and he's also a part of Team Raw that we'll see in part 3 on Wednesday. So let's get this tag team matchup underway now. Raw Tag Team Champions versus SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. The club taking on Ziggler and McIntyre. Crowd very much excited and anticipating a great match from these four men. Anderson and Ziggler starting things off for their respective teams. And Anderson starting things off quickly with a drop kick. I don't think Ziggler was ready quite yet, but Anderson takes advantage. And a senton there from Anderson, wasting no time. And I think Ziggler was still looking in the direction of his tag team partner, Drew McIntyre. They might have just been talking one last time, talking some strategy before the matchup, but Anderson was wasting no time, like I said. Now reversal by the show-off. Big right hands. Ziggler fighting back. Elbow to the face. Drop kick there by Ziggler. Again, Ziggler, former United States champion. Had he retained against Rusev a couple weeks ago, he would have Chad Gable in the opening matchup. Anderson gets back into the ring quickly. And a face buster takes Anderson down. Gallows looking for the tag. Makes it. Big man coming in now and goes for a super kick, but Ziggler moves out of the way. Clothesline takes the show off down. Ziggler trying to get to his feet, and Gallows with a clubbing right hand to the face. Throws up the two sweets. Trying to end this matchup already. 1, 2, and no, Ziggler is able to kick out. Kick to the back, doesn't phase the show off. Hits Gallows with a drop kick. Gets to his corner, tags in Drew McIntyre. Big man versus big man, and McIntyre just shoulder tackles Gallows to the ground. Goes for a kick. Gallows takes him down. McIntyre in trouble, put into a Boston Crab. Trying to crawl towards the ropes. Forces a rope break. Gallows trying to maintain control now. Turns McIntyre over. Kick right to the back of the thigh. And I do think the advantage goes to the club, and like I mentioned earlier, considering the fact that Gallows and Anderson have been a cohesive unit for years and have been SmackDown Tag Team Champions for nearly a year now. McIntyre now trying to turn the tide of this matchup for his team. Turns Gallows over. Look at the strength of McIntyre, just deadlifting Gallows rather easily. Shoulder tackle or clothesline now into the corner, knee smash to the face of Gallows. Off the ropes. He's going for a headbutt. It looks like Gallows with a leaping DDT takes Drew down. Gallows may want to take advantage of McIntyre here, wear him down. So when it comes to Raw vs. SmackDown in the pay-per-view's main event, McIntyre is not at 100%, and the club could technically indirectly help Team SmackDown by wearing down one of Raw's biggest threats. Now Gallows Irish whipped into the corner now. Looks to make a tag to Ziggler, and he does. Off the ropes, double back body drop. Good teamwork there so far by Ziggler and McIntyre. Kick to the midsection. Big right hand Gallows. Fights back now. Kick to the back of the leg. Ziggler trying to chop the bigger man down. Big right hand does take him down, in fact. The show off is fired up. One, no, Gallows powers out quickly. Drop kick to the back of the neck. Big rights and lefts from Big Luke Gallows. Oh, Ziggler in trouble, Ziggler in trouble. Fighting out. Big right hands. Goes for the famouser. Uses Gallows' momentum against him there into the cover. 1, 2, and Anderson is in to break things up while taking down McIntyre in the process. Turns Gallows around, going for the zigzag. As we see the replay again. Cover. 1, no. Anderson in to save the matchup for his team before the referee can even get down for the 1 count. Kick to the midsection. Gallows with a reversal. Kick to the midsection of his own there. Tosses in Ziggler into the corner. Tags in Carl Anderson again. The club with a back body drop. Good teamwork there by the Good Brothers as usual. McIntyre still down on the outside. Actually starting to get to his feet now. Cover. 1, 2. And Ziggler kicks out again as McIntyre finally gets back out onto the apron. A very excited Carl Anderson. Might have taken a bit too much time gloating there. Knee to the face of the show off. Big right hands now. Ziggler needs to try and get to his corner and tag in McIntyre. Kick to the midsection. Anderson looking for the rocket kick. And it connects. Oh, gets hit with the drop kick. Now McIntyre gets out of the ring before the referee counts to 5. Both legal men are down. Which one of them will be able to come to first and make a tag? Tries to tag in McIntyre, but Anderson takes him down. Ziggler in trouble still. Uppercut by Anderson. Ziggler slow to his feet. Hits the standing cutter. 1, 2, 3, and the club pick up a huge victory, tying things up here at 1 win apiece. SmackDown definitely trying to not go down 0-2 to start off Survivor Series, but the club pick up a huge win for themselves and for SmackDown. It's a good effort by Ziggler and McIntyre, but Ziggler his good fortunes are slowly turning around for the worse, it seems. But Anderson and Gallows win to close out part 1. See you guys tomorrow in part 2.